Welcome to session 84, where I want to compare the Curve XLT with the Fluid XXLT and the Sirus XXL. So I will start with the Curve XLT, and I've been pumping on the Sirus XXL for the last 10 sessions, and I was really amazed. I had difficulties pumping with the Curve XLT, and that surprised me really much. I used the same Mast 72 centimeters high modulus and the same fuselage Alu Pro with the Fluid H47. I hit the ground and I was surprised I couldn't really start it. So I took some more tries, or how I can explain that I have problems with the Curve XLT since the span of the Sirus XXL is so wide with 156 centimeters. I'm not used to having like a span of 1 meter. It's a bit like I forgot to do the jump start with the Curve. This was my absolutely go-to foil. I loved it. But now I can't even start this thing anymore. It's really strange. So it felt really unstable. But that's just, I guess, that I got used to the Sirus. Because on the Curve, I really like this wing. It feels very stable when you're used to the Curve. So I thought it's a good comparison, but I noticed like it takes time to get used to a wing, and so it took me quite a while to get used to the Curve. And I will always do the same course. I will go around this buoy and then come back and see the time. You can see here it was like 142 meters with a time of 40 seconds. So that's the Curve XLT, and then I will try the same course with the Fluid XXLT to see the difference. So you can see the stats here. Then I will try, and it was even more difficult for me to get the Fluid XXLT going. I guess the Fluid XXLT is always a bit more difficult than the Curve XLT, but when I used it for a long time I didn't have problems to start it. But here I had problems getting it to go, and the beginning always looked a bit better, but then I didn't really manage to do the course. So it took me a few tries, as you can see, and this really amazed me. So I guess you need some time to get used to a wing, and the advantage of like a really wide span like the Sirus is that it's kind of really stable in the yaw and roll axis. So it shows that if you go to a low aspect or a mid aspect wing, or like a shorter wingspan, then you have much more flexibility on the yaw and roll axis, which is awesome for carving. But I guess for long distance pumping, it's nice to not have too much flexibility on the yaw and roll axis, so you can really put all your energy and effort into pumping forward. And the second is you need to get used to the different front wings. So I wanted to compare how much better the Curve and Fluid are with the carbon high modulus mast and the Fluid H47 stabilizer, but since I wasn't used to it, I can't really say much to that, so I have to, I guess, compare them side by side with the different steps and the different masts to really see a difference. Then at the last, I took the Sirus XXL. That's my favorite wing for pumping so far. It's really great. Funny thing is, I had even difficulties to start that wing. I'm on the first try, but then it got better. And I took the time to see which wing is faster, but I'm not 100% sure if the Garmin watch is accurate. It's a bit slower, but my time was a bit faster, but it's difficult to pump exactly the same course, so that's the result. I hope you liked it. If you have any comments, thoughts, feel free to comment. Otherwise, thank you for watching, subscribing. Have a great day. May the foil be with you always.